Welcome back, everyone. Talking about getting through this winter. Spring will be here. We know it'll be here in about a month and a half. The calendar says it has to be here. And I think two people who are in studio right now, our guests, will say not a minute too soon.
Absolutely right.
Teresa Pollack from ODOT and Dave Welsh, Commissioner of Streets, Bridges, and Harbor for the City of Toledo. It has been a long winter and especially a long week for both of you and everybody associated with your department. So thanks for coming in. Let's begin with the most recent storm. And Teresa, we'll start with you. This one dumped anywhere from 8 to 12 inches of snow on top of some ice. Really difficult for crews to get on top of. And I know your guys were working 12-hour shifts. But just talk about the challenges that you had going forward here.
With this particular storm, it was the amount of snowfall and how quickly that it fell. In this particular one, as compared to the one that we had in early January, we were able to keep the temperatures up to above 20 degrees, and that helped in treating and taking care of it. So this one was slightly easier, but where we came into issues is having the blowing and drifting. And then again, we have some of the side streets that they're still iced over. We were able to get the interstate in great shape, more so than the last storm. And that's because we didn't have those dramatic temperatures as we are seeing right now.
Yeah, and Dave, would you concur that it was easier to get Dorr Street and Reynolds Road and Central Avenue treated?
It was a different storm. Part of our problem issue, though, we prepared, well forecasted early on that it was going to come in the middle of the night, and of course by the middle of the night we didn't have a lot of snow. We started to keep on top of our phase ones, but in the morning it hit tough, and again we had the level 3, what helped us clear those roads. Yeah,
and when it does go to level 3, I mean, it's so important that you don't see other folks out there on the road, so because those plows are coming down. I mean, as the media, authorities, essential personnel, when you see that convoy of trucks, yes, it's like, get out of the way, and that's the way it should be. But side streets, Teresa mentioned side streets, and it's always a problem.
Right.
In our city, Dave, and the challenges that you face
there.
Well,
the way we design our snow manual is that you should be within 2 to 3 blocks of a plowed salted street. We don't salt every residential. We have too many to handle. There's a lot of them out there. And they are difficult. When we get 4 inches or more, that's when we bring in our sister divisions and we bring in our private plow operators like we did the other night. You have smaller trucks. They don't get down to the bare pavement like you see on Dorr and some of these others. So it is a challenge, but we try to make sure that you should be within 2 to 3 blocks of a plowed salted street.
Okay, so let's talk salt now. How many times we're at your garage or the ODOT garage? Where are we in terms of what we have left? Teresa Pollack, we have enough to get through?
Well, right now we are at the point to where we are using all of the resources that we can to find available salt, not only for ODOT. We are doing pretty good on our supply, but where we have concerns is we've got municipalities coming to us saying, hey, we are out, we are completely out, we can't get any from the salt companies. So there's a number of issues going on with the salt supply, and what ODOT is doing is doing our best to be proactive and seeing how we can best help everybody. Right now it's
still help yourselves as well, right?
It still helps ourselves as well, and I think it's so important to realize that it's not just the city of Toledo, the smaller cities and townships, municipalities, the state of Ohio, but then you also have other states as well that are going through it. It's the entire Midwest which is dealing with this. I heard on a news report that New York was having issues with their salt supply. So this is an issue that I don't think is going away, but we're trying to be proactive and help out who we can in this time when we are seeing such a incredible, overwhelming winter.
Yeah, unprecedented.
Unprecedented.
So far.
Yeah.
And Dave, you got any salt left in the garage?
We do. I mean, we started out with like 75,000 tons, more than we've ever had. And thank goodness to the former Director Moore and Dave Pratt for buying the extra salt. But I tell you what, we used 30,000 tons in January, and that's what we use on an average year. We have about 30,000 left, so let's hope that we don't have a January like February, but it doesn't look like it.
Oh, it sounds like the long-range forecast, and Teresa Pollack, meteorologist, does not sound fantastic going forward.
No, we just have to keep on preparing for, I think, over the weekend, we're probably seeing some snow as we wake up here on Sunday morning.
Yeah.
And then dealing with another snowstorm next week, perhaps, and then it just doesn't seem to let up.
And
it
cold.
Seems to be relentless.
And the cold continues to make the job more difficult.
On top of the snow and the salt issues, we next have to be concerned about, the pavement that's underneath it and the potholes.
Boy, you are spot on, because that leads right into the next phase of this interview. The pothole situation, I mentioned the winter being unprecedented. Dave Welsh, this may be unprecedented, this pothole deal
It is.
going on.
I've never seen it like this. I've never seen the severity, the deepness of these potholes, and the number we're seeing right now. And the problem is, as you can see, with the cold temperatures, I mean, we put the patch in and sometimes it pops up or new ones pop up. It's a continual battle.
And Teresa Pollock, on the freeways, you've resurfaced some areas recently. I mean, I'm thinking a year ago, 475 for instance, and new patch of freeway, potholes popping up there too.
Well, yeah, and now right now on I-75, we just shut down 2 lanes indefinitely until we can find a more permanent source for repairs. And right now we're actually working with the city on different ways that we could perhaps, maybe get some asphalt, some hotter material to come in there. And that's just because we know that they're having a problem, we're having a problem, so why not leverage and work together? And that's just the way that this winter has been. It's more or less a team effort between everybody because we're all going through it. So it's very important that, we reach out to you guys and you guys do the same. We have more, as a team, we can do more and get more things done. And since we have these adverse conditions to deal with, we have got to come together and do this. And so far that's been great. So.
It's been a great relationship. I've been on the phone every other day, it seems like, with the state of Ohio, talking about what can we do for the potholes, what can we get an asphalt company open. So they've been very good to work with.
936 bump. We all know the number by now.
I know it too well.
What's the state number, Teresa Pollock?
Call my number. Look it up on the internet.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, it's just one of those things where you just have to be aware. And a lot of people know the routes that they travel, where that they're
Sure.
at. So just keep that in mind because we're doing our best. When you've got sub-zero temperatures, there's not a lot that we can do out there, despite our best efforts. So we're looking at the option with, he had mentioned the asphalt plant. If that does happen, we've got weather to contend with too, so we have to make sure the conditions are right for us to do it so that we're making the right decisions because we're talking, 70 ton a day?
Yeah.
Yes.
It was challenges for everyone. Kids going to school, you guys doing your jobs, people driving on the roads. Thanks for everything you do and your crews. Great work in this brutal winter. Dave Welsh, Teresa Pollock, thanks very much. Come back in just a minute. Take 3 is on the way right after this.